Life Game Architects. We got the blueprint, and we building.
Life Game Architects. Go ahead on and subscribe and like the channel. Let's get right into it, man. As we all know, Young Dolph was brutally murdered, savagely stalked, and assassinated in his hometown of Memphis. And being that it's Memphis, the city ain't big enough to hide from your sins. So word will get around, and Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith were arrested and charged with the murder of Young Dolph. A few years passed, now we here, the trial.
That's the day that we had saw Young Dolph and Fully and Makitas.
All right, so whose car is that?
It's Young Dolph's car.
All right, and you say we, who saw this car?
Me and Justin.
These guys were cooked from the very beginning. I'm saying, what they went on Indeed.com and found some killers? You were just gonna go on Indeed.com and find some hitters to take out Young Dolph? I mean, this was straight foolish. They couldn't possibly thought they was gonna get away with this. From the very beginning, they was cooked just from the video surveillance evidence alone. The best thing they could have did when they seen Young Dolph car that day was go the other way. And from there, head straight to the temp office. Cause this was gonna end badly, one way or the other. It was only gonna end two ways. They was gonna get stretched out in the streets, or they'll be serving a life sentence by the end of everything. You cannot take out a high-profile person like Young Dolph somewhere like Memphis and think you about to get away with it. Cooked from the very beginning. Finito from the very beginning. But this what happens when you make hasty decisions, all for a bag of money. You sold your soul. And look what you got in the end.
Well, let's back up then and tell me, how do you know Justin?
Who Govan?
All right, and who is Govan?
Hernandez Govan Quick. We know him by Quick.
Okay, who is Quet?
Associate.
How is it that you met Justin through Quet?
Just, like, being around, basically. Being around.
Would Justin be around Quet too?
Yeah, he'll be around Quick.
Do you know why Justin would be around Quet?
They look at each other like brothers, brothers and then just rap or whatever.
All right, you knew Justin to be a rapper?
Yeah.
Did you know his rap name?
Straight drop.
And did you know Quet to be involved in, I guess, the rap business or something?
College still.
Okay.
College still.
What sort of would he call himself as far as being in the business?
I guess a negotiator. I don't know.
A negotiator?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know whether or not he was trying to negotiate for Straight Drop?
Yeah, it's trying to get him a deal.
Okay. Do you know who he was trying to get him a deal with?
Big Juke and them got in him.
All right. You said Big Juke, is that correct?
Yeah.
You ever heard of the music label CMG?
Yeah.
Is that Big Juke's?
Yeah, Big Juke.
And his brother, right?
Yeah.
His brother's Gotti, is that correct?
Yeah.
So how did you get to be with Justin Johnson this day on November 17th, 2021?
We knew that, they had a heat on Dolph and them head or whatever, so.
Who had a hit on whose head?
Big Juke had a hit on Dolph head or whatnot, so.
How do you know that Big Juke had a hit on Dolph's head?
Cause Quick had told me about it, Quick, and then just.
How much money was it supposed to be?
100,000 on Dolph head.
And had you agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
And Justin agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
We all gonna do it together?
Yeah, they been on it with it. Yeah.
Was there any arrangements as far as splitting the money or anything?
Yeah, me and him me and him supposed to be giving Quit 10,000 apiece.
All right, so you and him were going to give Govan 10,000 apiece?
Yeah.
And how much were you going to get?
I was getting 40, he was getting 40.
Everything was all good when you thought you was about to have a major come up off of taking the life of Young Dolph. But soon as the situation get tight and the police start to clamp down on you and put that pressure on you, now you want to fold and tell everything just so you can save yourself. This guy, Cornelius Smith, is a joke. You know what I'm saying? Dishonorable in every sense of the word dishonorable. Justin Johnson is just as dishonorable as Cornelius Smith because you had a relationship with Dolph first before any of this stuff happened. You had time to be around Young Dolph. And instead of working on your craft and trying to get better so that you could have presented a decent project to Young Dolph, you got emotional like a female. You got in your feelings because Dolph allegedly went and signed your ops. So you got emotional like a broad and ran a CMG. You didn't have the mental capacity to see past the beef with your ops when Dolph was trying to save all you fools from killing one another. He was trying to get everybody rich in the city. But you dumb fools couldn't even see that, couldn't put your differences aside. So you ran the CMG. That same money you agreed to knock Dolph down for, you could have been making that shit a weekend for a show. But you're dishonorable and disloyal, and your brain ain't big enough to understand why a boss will make the decision that a boss had to make. You're not a boss. You wouldn't understand. You don't understand business and the things that had to take place sometimes. You lack the drive and the work that it takes to become a star. You wanted microwave success. So instead of working on your trash-ass music, you got in your feelings like a woman do when a man that she really liked moved on. Now you want to destroy everything that this man built. You wanted Young Dolph success for yourself, but you didn't have the grind or hustle or the talent to get it out the mud and stay true to your craft like he did.
First guy out of the car, who's that?
That's me.
That's you? Which one of the guns do you have?
I got the little Draco style gun.
Okay, that's that semi-automatic weapon, is that right?
Yeah.
You ever shot that thing before?
Nah, I ain't never shot one.
Okay. You can proceed, Iris. That's your Gap hoodie, is that right?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you, who are you shooting at?
Young Dolph.
All right, who's the second person here that got out of the driver's side?
It's Justin.
He's got the smaller handgun, is that right?
Yeah, bad baseball hat. Bad pro baseball hat.
You're firing this crazy thing. What you see? What are you feeling?
I won't feel nothing at the time. I ain't gonna even lie. I won't feel nothing at the time. I was just, trying to get some money.
It's funny how the first nigga out the car and the one that's doing all the shooting is the first one to snitch and try to tell everything just to save himself. He trying to run game on the court system, acting like he have remorse for killing Young Dolph, when the truth is he only trying to save himself and get a lighter sentence. I think these type of laws need to be changed. If you was doing the most when the crime was committed, there's no way you should be able to try to testify and snitch to try to get a lighter sentence. Sucker shit.
The original lawyer in your case got $50,000 to represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but yeah.
All right. So you talked today, you got paid for what you just testified to, didn't you?
After I was locked up,
You got paid,
my
right?
lawyer was paid. Lawyer.
You got $50,000 to pay a lawyer, right?
I didn't get it in my hand. Correct. I don't know how much it was, but correct. My lawyer got paid.
Okay. And there's no question that that money was for services rendered. Killing Dolph.
Basically.
You took it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did your conscience bother you?
Come on.
Your conscience.
After I came to my senses, yeah.
Did you say, I can't have that money? I can't use that money because you still got a lawyer here.
Nah, I ain't say that. I ain't say
You took
that.
the money.
Yeah, I took the money. I got the money.
Your conscience wasn't bothering you that bad, right? You said your conscience started bothering you, but not bad enough not to take the money for the job you did.
Well, I had already did it, so might as well. You know, I got a conscience still after I came to my senses.
Right. Okay.
I've seen enough of this horse and pony show. I just can't sit up here and listen to this dude act like he then had a coming to Christ moment and that he just so remorseful for taking Young Dolph's life. When the truth is, there's no remorse. He's only trying to save himself. Let's get to the sentencing of Justin Johnson.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder as charged in count 1 of the indictment. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in count 2 of the indictment. And we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of convicted felon in possession of a firearm as charged in count 3 of the indictment.
Mr. Johnson, the jury having found you guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and convicted felon in possession of a firearm. As the 13th juror, I affirm this verdict. As to the first-degree murder, I sentence you to life in prison. I will set punishment as to the conspiracy and the convicted felon in possession of a firearm after a sentencing hearing.
And that's how the story ends for Justin Johnson. Ratted on by his co-defendant and sentenced to life. Crazy work. Nasty work. But hey, man, this is how the cards get dealt when you choose that lifestyle. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like the video. I'm gone.